As it turns out, Aloy had it too easy in Horizon Zero Dawn, and the Frozen Wilds is proof of it. This major expansion is a wonderfully challenging 15-hour adventure that's peppered with creative side quests, a thoughtful story, and the best battles Aloy's seen to date. This new story integrates with the main game, but can also be played after finishing the main quest. You can travel to the new gorgeous area as soon as you install it, though you'd risk crossing the line between bravery and stupidity to attempt it before level 30. In this snow-blanketed terrain, you'll explore the mysteries surrounding the nomadic Banuk tribe, who made a brief appearance in Zero Dawn. Specifically, the Frozen Wilds zooms in on the compelling idea of gods and demons as the explanation for the apocalyptic world full of dinosaur-like robots. Though its story can be tough to understand if you don't have a firm grasp on Horizon's jargon.
She left in search of answers from the voice in the blue light.
By the end, I had been asked some genuinely thought-provoking questions on the place faith has in such a brutal world. For her part, Aloy remains an endearingly warm character. At this point in the story, she's strong and skilled enough to pull rank when the situation demands it.
I suppose somebody's gotta keep you three out of trouble.
And her personality fills that role nicely. She's also the voice of reason, and whenever the Frozen Wild stumbles into silliness, Aloy is there to point it out with dry quips delivered with bite by voice actress Ashley Birch.
I'm nobody's errand girl.
She's well matched by a new supporting cast, the most interesting and eccentric of whom appear in the many side quests peppered throughout the expansion.
What do you think of the music?
I've never heard anything else like it.
These adventures are some of the best we've seen yet, with a particular focus on Uncharted/Tomb Raider style platforming and breathless battles. Though mostly familiar from Zero Dawn, the monsters that roam the Frozen Wilds are not playing around. Developer Guerrilla has justified this major stat boost by means of a daemonic force that has infiltrated the robot systems.
I will not submit. Aurea, the daemon, is forcing me.
They're just as large and imposing, but deadly enough to restore the fear that had been lost. These battles are the most fun I've had in Horizon to date. By the end of Zero Dawn, I'd found myself complacent thanks to powerful upgrades, but even with all that, I found that fighting groups of daemonic machines in the Frozen Wilds would have been overwhelming without a ton of supplies. Plus, a handful of completely new machines that primarily serve as bosses of sorts tested my roll at the very last second twitch reflexes to their limits. I loved feeling like I was genuinely fighting for my life again. To make fights more frantic, the Frozen Wilds also introduces control towers, which lower your shield resistance and heal hostile machines in the vicinity. Overriding or destroying these towers takes concentration and time, resulting in nail-biting tension as you try to take them down before the machines tear you apart. All the while, the Frozen Wilds' far north terrain is dauntingly beautiful. Its snow-blanketed mountains, ravines, and fields are dotted with day-glow lakes and framed by gorgeous blue and red sunsets. It may sound like a small thing, but considering how much time you'll spend in it if you play to the end, it's important that the Frozen Wilds snow feels crunchy and real. The Frozen Wilds' other major point of difference from Zero Dawn is the addition of a new branch to Aloy's skill tree, referred to as the Traveler. With a focus on ease of movement while mounted on an overridden machine and making the most of your inventory, the Traveler doesn't feel vital to the expansion itself, but rather to the longevity of Horizon as a whole. Being able to pick up resources while on the back of a broadhead or learning to disassemble resources and mods into 50% of their metal shard values feels like no-brainer ideas, and I'm glad Guerrilla finally included them. Horizon Zero Dawn: The Frozen Wilds is an excellent addition to an amazing game. Developer Guerrilla has doubled down on the thrill of the hunt with more challenging machines and testing side quests that are added to the original map through an intriguing new storyline that delves into the mystical side of this post-apocalyptic world. It left me wanting to start a brand new game just to wander around the world, marveling at it. For more on Horizon Zero Dawn, check out our original review and the first 15 minutes of The Frozen Wilds.